Hello, all. I'm
Hey,
Randy.
everybody. I'm Ellen, and I'm partially covered up by a box because Randy wanted it closer.
I figured the best position for the box
No.
would be to cover you.
Honestly, today, that's not a bad idea. Babble the Greats here. That music, hype. Isn't it fantastic? Are you talking about when the Game Toppers
Oh, yeah, which one?
music drops? Because to me, that is like, I could listen to that on repeat.
Which one?
On my iPod. I think
on the intro part?
Yeah. When the Game Toppers went. No, it's.
Oh, that's the waiting music, yeah.
Because the one that we have and the one that Game Toppers has are different. They're two different things.
Hey, Brad. Just got back from Michigan.
Hello, Reed.
Hopefully be attending GenCon, which was... We're not going to be at GenCon.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
This is our last year of not being able to go to larger cons, I think.
You've said this, and I don't know why.
I'm just saying because it hasn't lined up. Well, like none of the big cons have lined up. We've had weddings or prior commitments for like all of the big ones. They just all happen.
That is very true. This year in particular, yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, the other years were kind of COVID years, so those were always hit and miss whether that was going to happen or not, just in general.
Rob Josie is here, or is it Jose? It's Josie, right? Good evening, all. Haven't been here in a while. Lee. He says a lot of E's at the end of his words. I'm hoping to get them hooked so they come every year, says Brad Abruzzo. His buddies? I don't have
Go for Gen Con, Brad.
Oh, yeah. I didn't read his first part of it.
Yeah, he was the one who was saying about
with mutual friends.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. This is pretty cool that there's like some people coming in right now because usually I post about when we go live and I completely forgot today. So this is to you guys. This is supposed to be like totally.
Well, anybody that hits the bell, and things like that will get notified when we're about to go live.
That is true.
On Twitch and Facebook.
Josie, you got it. Yes. Yeah. You never know. There's a lot of people with a lot of names out there. And they're all a little bit different.
Jose. That's what I'm going to say. Jose.
Are you French?
Even though I know how it's said, I want to say Jose.
Jose. That's kind of cool too.
And I'm going to say Rab. So instead of ROB, I'm going to say Rab.
Rab Jose. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope well. We're doing fantastic.
I am.
We're doing great. Randy has been working like a busy beaver up in here today.
I love the Busy Beaver TV show.
Yeah. Our kid loves it. Okay. So you built back in the day, a Lego table for our boys. So Randy is very, he's a handyman Randy is what I call him. Handyman Rand. I've never called him that before, but I like it. I
don't think you have.
Is it going to stick? We'll see. He built him a Lego table. A narrow, short, they could sit at little tables or little chairs at it, and with a rim, like a lip around the table so the Legos wouldn't fall off. Well, over time, our kids are like, we don't like toys. We only like video games. And so we're like...
That's almost like how they said it.
We're like, okay. So then we turned that Lego table from Imagination Station to Screen Town. And now all the boys watch their videos down here and play their games. But they were kind of banging into each other because you got sweet gaming chairs from that furniture outlet store down the road. They have great deals for good furniture. Free advertising. But anyways, their arms were bumping. They were getting all mad. And so Randy built them an extension to that table by hand. Yeah. It's very nice.
Thank you.
And now all 3 of the boys that play video games have like a big gaming chair. And they love it. So not only did you build that, but you were like a cleaning dude. You were vacuuming. Hanging up mats, which we forgot how many mats we have from Game Toppers.
Yeah,
all
we have a lot of Game Topper
we
mats.
started going through and we're like, what?
Quick plug, Game Topper mats. Like, if you don't want to or can't afford the topper,
go steal one.
The friggin' mats.
Steal it.
I mean, any table surface should have a mat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, totally. It's barbaric It's barbaric to not have a mat.
Bumfuzzle, did you enjoy the Dice Tower Cruise or GenCon
Chris didn't even know we were coming on tonight.
Bum, those are our 2 favorite
Dice Tower Cruise or GenCon better?
Cons, I would say. Wouldn't you say?
I'm not. You know what? I would almost do. I would omit GenCon and
Retreat,
put the Dice Tower Retreat.
Retreat's so good too.
I would take out GenCon and put in Dice Tower Retreat in that statement. Bum. Mr. Fuzz.
Standard disclaimer here. Obviously, GenCon and the cruise / retreat kind of stuff is like completely different. You don't do much gaming at all at GenCon. Now, you can find plenty of like, you know, not tutorial. What do they call them? Like, learning games and stuff at GenCon, like a lot of the booths, and you can like schedule times and stuff.
Yeah.
Generally, you're only playing a round or 2 because obviously they're trying to get as many people through as they can. And there is some outside gaming, and they have a good, you know, there's a lot of gaming around the hotels and stuff, but it's not set up where like there's. Well, I mean, I guess there is a huge gaming area that there.
I don't know. GenCon feels more like you go there to mingle, meet people, see what the new hotness is.
I mean, they do
try
have
out a prototype here or there.
Though.
It's demos.
Demos.
Yes, Richard for the world. So GenCon is like an experience, and there's just people.
GenCon
and it's
is
busy
exhausting
and
too.
Yeah, but then the Dice Tower retreat, like the one we went to, the gaming area was right at the hotel that we were sleeping at, so we could just go upstairs, go to bed, come right back down in the morning, start game. It's chill. It's
so
more intimate.
If I had to pick one, I'd pick like the cruise or the retreat. Those have very similar feels of like you're just kind of gaming all the time. Obviously, with the cruise, you have the actual ship and stuff. So I'd give the nod to the cruise as far as that over the
cruise gets the nod.
The retreat, just because of all the extra stuff that kind of goes along with it.
Hi, Jason.
But if I had to drop one, you know, I would drop GenCon. Although I absolutely love GenCon.
That's true, and but I'm such a people person too that GenCon. Like, every time I blink, there's a new person in front of me. I'm like, hi. Want to be friends? Hi.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, I kind of thrive in that.
Stuff,
but if you are a little more like introvert, the retreat is just like...
Yeah, the retreat's really set up well because everybody at the retreat, or even the cruise, like, I almost think that those are basically the same, one's on water, one's on land, because they are run and feel very much the same. But either one of those is set up for anybody that's like, even first con. That's probably one of the best things to do as a first con.
Yeah.
If you want to play games, of course. If you want to get access to buying stuff and things, then something like a PAX or Dice Tower East or West or BGG Con, something like that is kind of like the best of both worlds.
Rab says he'd love to go to anyone.
Well, Rab, I would
make one happen.
I would strongly.
Jason is feeling jealous. To do so. Feeling jealous because he only got 3 new games in today.
We got a few here.
Yes.
And a friend of mine, Jeremy Howard, Jer
Bear.
He does like a quarterly board game sale of all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Because he gets a lot of like Kickstarter stuff.
Man vs. Meeple. You guys know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, from Man vs. Meeple.
Everybody knows Jeremy.
He's local. He's down the road from us, and so we get together a few times a year or so, and then we see him at cons and all that, of course.
Give me the mouse, please. I feel weird without
it. But he like every quarter sells off a bunch of games. So I just bought like 6 or 7 new games from him, and he sells them for cheap.
Yeah, he does.
Cheap.
So we. Oh wait, let's not tell them.
We'll do a Jeremy Howard. Purchase from Jeremy Howard
stream. We'll tag him in it. He's gonna love it. He's gonna say overrated. Randy started listing off the name of the games that he got, and they're so good. And one of them we asked for, and it was gone. We were gonna get
Coffee Traders.
Oh, I was thinking Terraform Mars Ares. Ares.
The Coffee Traders as well.
I really wanted it. Okay, Christy says you guys need to try Dice Tower West East. I feel like it's a good balance. I really want to try BGG.
Yeah, I was going to try to make BGG Con happen this year too. Didn't quite happen, but
gosh, we're losers.
I obviously haven't been to West or East, but from what I hear, it's very similar to PAX U, which we have gone to, of course. And those are great. Oh gosh, they're all good. I love cons.
I love them all. I do too.
Love them all for all the different reasons. All the
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's all the cons are so different, bruh.
Like for
as my boys would say.
Like East and West, I definitely want to go, and I like PAX and stuff because you can get some new stuff and things there. But I almost like those kind of caliber, not even caliber, those size, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Caliber is a good word.
The biggest reason I want to go there is because there's enough people there that draws people in that we haven't seen forever.
Yeah.
Publishers and designers and friends of the industry, content creators and stuff. So that's what I like about West, East, PAX U, because you get to see them. But I basically just game all the time there. Like we'll make the rounds around the vendor hall to see what's out there. But mostly I'm gaming for those. So that's why like the retreat is like just as good.
I like walking around. So I'll play a game and then I get up, go find coffee, walk around, say hi to a few people, see what other people are playing, and then like I'll go find another game slowly. I'm not like, what's next? So that's where we differ a little bit, but whatever. Jason says I live an hour north of Indy, so GenCon will be what I choose as my first. Have fun.
That's a rush.
Drink water.
Yeah.
Have snacks on you. You're gonna get exhausted.
GenCon's fantastic.
It's incredible. It's so much fun. And I loved PAX U.
As long as you're okay with the crowds.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Well, do you think the crowds will be back to normal now? Because I know that the year after,
obviously they dipped.
They
dipped quite a bit, yeah, for sure.
Nobody was there.
This year, I don't think this year. Maybe next year we'll start building back up to the high numbers again.
Jason also says Jeremy's awesome. Now I'm jealous for another reason.
Jeremy is awesome.
He is. I'll tell you, every time that guy comes here in games, we laugh so hard, like about the dumbest stuff. He's just funny. Can't wait to play your games. Yeah, Chrissy really. When we do these haul videos, she makes out good because she lives 10 minutes down the road and comes every single Thursday. So everything that's ours, Chrissy, what's ours is yours.
That's right.
Even the kids, you want them. Just kidding. Julio says, hello,
Julio
Rand. Oh, wait, I want to try to get this right. Renlin.
Yeah, Renlin.
I'm glad I could catch a live unboxing. Usually catch afterwards. Anticipation.
That's right.
I have no idea. Well, no. I almost lied to them.
You don't know what's in this one.
I know two games that are in here. And it's because, actually, Eddie, if you're here or watch this later, there's a buddy of ours. We've never met him before.
I know.
He reached out to us and he's like, I got games. Do you want games? And we're like, what are they? And so he just like sends us, he starts sending us games.
I know, what the heck.
Like,
and we told them if we play them,
games.
and we'll pay them forward type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
If we ever get rid of them, kind of a thing.
He even said, "I know like some of these aren't your style, but would you be willing to try?" And we're like, "Well, we're willing to try anything once, like a game, and then if we said if we don't like it, we'll pass it on." So it's loved by somebody. Rabe says, "I was able to snag a pair of ticks."
So we were going to be able to make Dice Tower East this year, and then we couldn't.
Oh my gosh!
Of a wedding.
We were sitting at Urban Air with the kids, and all of a sudden Ray's like, "We should do Dice Tower East."
I said because it's not over like 4th of July, which is great for us because we usually we should make a pretty big to do about 4th of July with the family. Bro. So I'm like, it doesn't fall actually on 4th of July this year. Like we gotta go.
So we got really excited.
We got a wedding.
We got our phones out. We're starting to text. I was texting the in-laws, being can you? And then all of a sudden.
But next year is kind of the same story because I think 4th of July falls on like a Tuesday or something like that.
Okay.
So I think next year will happen. I think.
Oh my gosh! Look who's in the chat.
Yo, Kabuki Kid.
Kabuki Kid.
I've not seen you. For error.
Aww.
I'm sure you're probably still on the Dice Tower chats and
all the time.
Chits and chats.
I rarely jump into those chats anymore.
I don't have time anymore.
I was so faithful to those.
I used to have lots of time at work, and now I don't.
Yeah, you literally. I don't hear from you all day. Randy and I text all throughout the day, and I have not heard from you in 10,000 years.
10,000 years.
But yeah, KK is a very loyal Dice Tower chat member.
There is absolutely no reason to apologize, of course.
Long weekend weddings are very controversial. Honestly, I'm like, can we just not do your wedding?
Because they're always like on a Saturday, which like
it's going to be a lovely
day. That cuts everything, To try to swing a Wednesday through Thursday Dice Tower Con, you know?
I know. It's just, we just can't. Yeah.
The retreats have been kind of set up at a good time of the year, though. I know we can't make it this year. Again, we have another wedding.
Wait, can we...
Or no. That's right. The retreat this year falls on the Strong Tower Con, that local con.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we couldn't go to that. Yeah. So it'll be fun, but...
Dun-dun-dun.
You know, I want to go to the retreat too.
But what is exciting is we're going to Nexus, which is a local con. His parents are going to drive here. They're a couple hours away. They're going to stay here at the house and watch the boys for us so that first thing in the AM, I can wake up, put on my face, drink a cup of coffee, and drive down the road to the convention and stay there the whole day without having to like drive back home and check in on the boys. It's just it's just a long day for our oldest to babysit.
But we are doing
they're gonna stay
Nexus, which is 4-day con that's local.
That's what I'm describing right now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Strong Tower stuff.
Nope.
Oh.
I could tell you were not gauging anything I was saying. Your eyes were like,
is
that a spider on the ceiling?
It's like, hey, look, it's anything but
Ellen. Look, it's dust particles. Look.
You already said?
Yeah,
That's a pretty good burn.
It's anything but Ellen.
Yeah. That was a pretty good burn.
It's good enough for me to smack you upside the head. I don't know what I'm talking about. Stronghold is in September.
Strong Tower, yes.
Strong Tower. Chrissy! I do that all the time. I always call Strong Tower Stronghold. Repeat, Sampras. All right. I look forward to meeting you, Chrissy, and all the other awesome folk. That's so cool. You guys get to meet. I want to meet people.
You know, me too.
People are cool. I like them. Okay, let's open a box of games. How about this one? Because I know some that are in here, so we'll save like the true surprises. I'm so excited. It feels like Christmas. We'll save those for the end. Got all of our private information taped up. Excellent.
I do. Oh man.
How do you guys like my hair? By the way, I got it trimmed today. Took it a little bit shorter. I took some more length off the back, so it's slightly angled. I don't know. Made it shorter. That box is merely huge. Merely huge. Looks fantastic. Thank you, Kiki. Dwight Schrute. I was in the back seat. He's like prepping to go and talk to a client. He's banging his head.
I guess we'll put it this way.
Oh, fantastic. That's hilarious. Right. I'm excited. Okay. Are you going to hand me one that I know right away?
I think you know all of them that are in here.
Oh, really? I only know the ones that Eddie sent us.
That's what Eddie sent. This is it.
Oh, that whole box. Okay, I know them all. Bring them out.
Man alive. Ready?
Anticipation.
Tapestry.
Or
Tapestry. So, we have not actually played this one yet.
No.
And I've heard some mixed things on it. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that the expansions have
I gotta meet her
improved some of the initial flaws.
I thought you said you played this.
Of the game. I have not. Told you that.
Oh, I never listened to you, so.
Well, touche then. Tit for tat.
As they say. Yes, I heard Tapestry had some issues in it that the expansions needed to fix. What were the issues? Do you even know?
The balancing.
Okay.
Balancing
was it like a runaway thing where if you start winning, you're going to win kind of a thing? Is that what you mean?
Say again? I was reading a comment. I'm sorry.
Like if you start winning, you're going to run away and win? Unbalanced or like...
No, like unbalanced, like because it's asymmetric, so every thing has a different like civilization, so some of them are not balanced to each other, some of them are like easy, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Now, I've also heard from other people, it's like, well, if you really know how to exploit them all, then they're much more balanced than people say. It's a whole controversy.
It is a controversy. This game was a huge deal for a while, and it got a lot of buzz, but there was another game that came out at the same time. Was it Wingspan that like took over it? Every once in a while.
They're both Stonemaier. They're both Stonemaier games. But I think this one got a lot of huge initial buzz.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you guys notice that 2 games come out at the same time that are both, like, really big, but one always outshadows the other one, and the other one just, like, stays in a dark corner and no one loves it as much.
Yeah,
I feel like that happened a little bit with Tapestry. Should we open this?
But I mean, I know a lot of people that absolutely love Tapestry. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of just one of those things.
That is true. And I need to try it because I don't know anything about I don't even know mechanics. I know nothing. Reed says, this is almost as exciting as the Johnny Depp trial. Is that exciting? I don't know. Is that boring? I think people are super into
Chris,
it.
that's right. You were saying that you liked
Resources and tracks. That's what I thought. I love tracks.
And then Kabuki says, do current printings include the balancing options? Or do you have to download them? I don't know.
Good question.
I think this is... this is copyright 2019.
What if on the back it was like, we fixed it?
I'm not even
we fixed our crappy 100% game.
100% positive that this is a current, like the latest printing.
Okay, Julio says that Tapestry is in their top 10 games and that they don't listen to haters.
That's fine. Like I said, it's kind of, you know, and how often are we going to play this to be able to exploit... How often do we play any game?
How often we play any game?
Exploit anything. But I'll do my research and make sure that, you know, if there's certain ones that are like crazy... unbalanced or something like that, we probably just won't play with those specific ones because I mean there's 16 different player boards. Yeah.
Wait, why so many?
That's just how, you know what I mean? Like I think that's part of the reason why they probably had a pretty hard time balancing
that. I mean, everything. Absolutely, 16. That's cray. Richard says, I think there's a rules clarifications you can download from the publisher.
Yeah, I'll be doing extensive BGG searching on all the current FAQs and things like that to make sure that like we're playing it in the best possible light.
Yeah, we will make it perfection for you guys. Chrissy says, I think they're more balanced than people think.
You're just gonna hate.
She thinks they're more balanced.
I've heard that from a number of people too, and then a lot of people going, well, okay, well you're not playing it ideally and things because there are ones that are definitely trickier and are harder to pull off, from what I understand.
Okay.
So I think that might be part of it too, and a lot of people that play a game once or twice go, balanced. It's
dumb. OP. Okay. When they say OP, I say okay.
I typically think from a established publisher that I know does their due diligence as much as possible usually, that a lot of those kind of comments are somewhat unfounded. Not unfounded, but like...
dumb?
Not figured out completely.
Okay.
You know? Because like things like people with... Perfect example. Star Wars Imperial Assault. Where it's like, I've never won as the Rebels. And then there's people that say, I've never won as the Imperials. And I'm like, well, that goes to tell you right there that...
Who's lying?
It's probably evil.
Chrissy says there will be a balancing sheet in there. Okay. That's really cool. Julio says, try it. Play with the variant for 2 players. It adds a third easy player. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Well,
for that.
I like that. I actually don't mind like a 3rd player dummy situation if it's done...
Yeah, if the upkeep's not too hard or anything.
What was the one game we were playing, though, where every time the 3rd person came, we're like, oh, you had to roll for it. There was, like, a whole process. It was super annoying.
Yeah.
Was it,
But even those, I don't really care.
Oh! Was it Terror Below?
Terror Below did have a little...
Like, it was kind of a...
upkeep, I think, on that
There was, like, a fumbly 3rd player thing you had to do. It was really annoying.
Take a lot of upkeep,
I think that was it.
But, like, the ones that... A lot of them use, like, the automas now. Or, like, some kind of a solo sheet, that basically adds, like, solo. So it's, like, pretty easy steps to follow and stuff. Okay. Those are, like, the most...
Anthony says it's great. Ignore the haters. Play it without a preconceived idea. Will do. And also, hello, Anthony. Bumfuzzle never got into
Mysterium.
It. Oh, here we go.
This is, been around for a while now.
It has?
I think Mysterium came out at her first GenCon. I think.
That sounds right. And if this is what I think it is, I don't know that I'm going to love this.
This is the one where, like, you got one person kind of giving clues. It's kind of like a Dixie. But, like, other things obviously involved. It's not like Dixie. Did you actually play with Dixie?
Is that like Deception, Murder in Hong Kong then? Where?
No.
Oh. He said no immediately. And the 2 expansions.
Some expansions.
Look how nice this is. Like, he sent us the game in Shrink and 2 expansions in the Shrink as well.
Yeah, so we'll definitely play it.
Very nice.
Give it a shot ski.
Yeah.
Probably throw all the expansions in right away because we're cool like that.
We are really, really cool. It's crazy.
This is one I still haven't played as well either, and like this was huge buzz when it first came out because like they had like pretty much wherever they like con they went to, they had like this big room that you would go into. It was like dark and everything. It's like very like moody and everything, so and obviously the people. I like ate that up, but
Anthony says they added even more to the expansions. I think it's up to 40.
Oh wow, 40.
And you're talking about Tapestry, I believe. Yeah, he's talking about Tapestry.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, 40 boards?
That's what I'm assuming that means. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Why did they do that?
I mean, it's way more than we'll ever.
I thought this was a fun game. I played it before there were those balancing options available, is what KK says about Tapestry.
Yeah, I think Tapestry got better for a lot of people after that, so I think...
Okay, Jamie has worked hard checking the balance of this game.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, we'll try it, and we'll see what we think. Have you guys played... This is so off topic. Has anyone in the chat played 1400...
Chronicles of Crime 1400 expansion or standalone expansion.
We have it. I want to play that. So I ask all the time. You are constantly asking me to play board games, and I'm like, I could go a couple days.
That's a lie.
I could go a couple days without gaming, and you would like to play. You would like to game more, and that's fine.
Absolutely like to game more.
So then the one game that I'm like, let's do it. We never play it. It's dumb.
Well, you've mentioned it once in the last 8 months, so your fault.
Not true. Mysterium, fun game. I originally played the Polish.
Golly. Yeah, that's right.
Was it the nail polish version?
I remember that. Yeah. You missed this. They said this. You missed Kabuki's other thing. You skip right by it.
Oh, so we're
I think the fact that it was marketed as a Civ game maybe got some people cranky. Yeah. Because I remember it being like Civ, and that was one of the reasons why I wasn't super interested in it. I like Civ games, but I'm just kind of okay on them, usually. Although Mosaic, that is a Civ game. That is fantastic.
That is by, I want to think of it so bad. Shoot, give me a little more. Glenn Drover, who made Raccoon Tycoon. And I love that game. Okay, let's see.
Empires.
Loopy, hello Loopy. Miss Loopy says Mysterium is great. What is something you like about Mysterium? Because I don't know much about it. In Tapestry, it's called Shadow Empire Variant. Super easy deck of cards that races up tracks against you all. That's cool.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, Chrissy, come on over and we'll try this game then. One player is the ghost, and they communicate the physics using cards only.
Psychics.
What is wrong with me? I can't read.
Would you like me to read the words?
How about we go get our 5-year-old to read for me tonight? Rab says, I've wanted to try this too.
It's like, do you have like stuck vowels on your...
That's true. He loves his vowel. He's just always been a vowel fan.
That's funny.
Mysterious will never leave my collection. Love it. I think you need Mysterium. Of course, yes. I'm gonna correct him because I feel dumb because I've been corrected. So pass that along. Oh my gosh, these are like legends in my collection, says Julio. That's so cool.
Yeah, this one, I've always wanted to play it. It's just, for whatever reason, because so many people were playing it, and somehow we never got it played.
Yeah, we're dumb. Boys might like playing with you, says Julio. Okay. We can barely get them to play anything.
I think they were mostly like in Key to the Kingdom. We had like a little spat family.
Key to the Kingdom is an awesome game by Restoration Games. Absolutely love it. It's so cute. It's like a roll and move, but they revamped it and it works. It's amazing. We played it with our kids, and I posted about it, and I'm like, smile, boys. But in reality, we were all fighting.
Czech rules. Yeah, isn't there like something that was lost or not translated well, right? Wasn't that what it was, Kabuki? Like there was something from the Czech, because isn't that what it was originally, Polish or something, right?
Huh.
It wasn't. I think it was this game that like something in the translation didn't like come across correctly or something like that.
Interesting.
But anyway,
I'd love to try Chronicles of Crime. Never have. It's just okay.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
I love and I know people have some like a beef against technology in games. I don't give a rippity rip. When you get to look into the room and you like hold the...
Oh, yeah, with the VR.
So you either have like the VR, you can like look around and stuff like that, or you can just use your cell phone and kind of manipulate it around to just find different clues within the space you're in. And it's just so cool. And the conversations you get to, you feel like you're playing a movie.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, it's just so cool. I really want to play it again. Plus, I love the 1400s because they're nasty, and I really want to play it. Jason, did you see I lost only by 2 in Potion Explosion? Loopy needs to know this. Monica loves Chronicles of Crime, and she doesn't love board games.
Oh, good.
Because Chronicles of Crime, it feels like you're in a movie. It's just very different experience.
Plus, it's not really a board game anyway because it has an app.
Oh my gosh. Wait, it took me a while to register that. I was like, oh gosh. Neither have I. I've been slowly coming around to the app-assisted games, unfortunately. Wait, why is that unfortunate?
There's plenty of people that don't like phones at the table.
I know.
And I think depending on your group, that is a huge, like...
Yeah.
Sticking point, right? With our group, nobody's
care.
really on their phones ever.
No. I am the most out of anybody for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm taking photos, and then usually I edit them right away and post to like our Instagram or whatever. So everybody knows that when I'm around, I'm getting pictures of our game. Keep it to yourself. Just I don't want to hear about it. And then the other thing is I'm constantly checking our security cameras upstairs to check on our 5-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, but our group is generally not on their phones in general, so it's never been like really a problem already. But like, we once in a while, like a couple of people in our group will get a call from their kids for a good night thing and stuff.
I love it. It's great.
It's obviously that's perfectly fine.
Don't even care.
Like lock your phone at the gate because because it's true. Because a lot of times people will be on their phone, and that's the thing. And I would definitely
I never see that though. I literally never. I feel like I am on my phone way more than anybody. Like even all the cons we've gone to, I just don't see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it can happen.
Maybe it's just our group. Julio says we as a couple love playing Chronicles of Crime. Chrissy sold hers and regrets it. Come over and play ours, Chrissy. David M is here.
We still have the OG and the 1400, so yeah.
Okay. Gave the niece and nephew and the
Kids Chronicles.
The Kids Chronicles. They loved it.
That one was cool. My bald spot helps me appreciate my gray hair. There you go.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, David.
I love when everyone takes the time to tag each other and say hi. It's so cute. Polish is the only word that sounds different if you capitalize the first letter. Really? And seriously, that's why I said polish like an
It's like Clue, but using Dixit. Yeah, it's kind of like
totally.
That. Yeah, exactly.
Jada likes Mysterium. That's cool. I love the chat. You guys are wild tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. The emphasis on the vowels that ends word are important, I guess. All right, let's see the next game. Here we go.
Unlock Kids.
Very cool. I didn't know you were... What? That's
I thought you was getting this one.
No.
I at least mentioned it, didn't I?
Babe, I don't remember what I had for breakfast
so, like, our kids,
this morning.
That's one thing that our kids have enjoyed quite a bit.
Yes.
Is the exit and unlock games.
Totally.
And sometimes they're a little, even like this more simpler ones, sometimes are a little bit more than they can come up with sometimes on their own. Like with a little bit of prompting, sometimes, oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's some this and this.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that this one is going to be much more up their alley as far as like being able to kind of like almost do it themselves completely. So I think this one should be a fun one for them.
That is so cute. I love these. Do they have like a rating for difficulty as well? Because I know the exit games do.
I mean, this one says 6+. So I mean, if they're saying that a 6-year-old can do it, I would imagine that it's going to be pretty easy. But I don't think I've seen levels on any of the unlocks. I don't believe. Like
I don't think so either. The exits have like a little bar at the bottom, and they like fill in the dots for how hard kind of it is.
Yeah.
But sometimes, isn't it really satisfying to play a puzzly game like this where it's kind of easy? It just feels good on the brain, and it's like satisfying to keep going through that.
Yeah, the other thing about the other exits, like even the easier ones are like 40+ minutes.
Yeah.
This one says 20. So that might be kind of a good thing to like keep the interest throughout the entire scenario. Because sometimes with exits, you're sitting there for 5-10 minutes going, I have no idea what and our
to boys,
do here.
Like if you give our boys too much downtime, they're gone. They're gone. Yeah. KK says the voting feature in Mysterium is an addition in the current North American version. Some people like, some hate it. So realize it is optional. Very
I'll definitely look it up.
And then Anthony says there's 31 different leaderboards of Tapestry because he had said 40 before. 31 is still a lot.
Yeah.
For Pete Sampras. My mom and daughter love Key to the Kingdom. So simple. I think
it's great. It's simple. Exactly. It's simple and fun. But like the dice rolling, like everybody's kind of like cheering each other on. It kind of naturally is that kind of a weight game where like, yeah, get the even odds, and especially when you have those like really hard ones where you have to do like all 9+, and like you got to roll a 7 or higher, you know. And there's like it's an 8-sided die.
It is a very everyone's involved game, and then there's some cards that have everybody at the table roll, and then based on their roll, then you get to do things. So it's like everyone's involved all the time.
Yeah, on the encounters and that. Yeah.
So there's differences in the end game for Mysterium between the Czech version, the Polish version, and the North American version. Says KK. KK is so well versed in board games.
Yeah, seriously,
insane.
I know.
Okay. Do you want to get out the next game?
Sure.
I'm proud of you.
If you need to catch up anything, or
I'm kind of checking the comments.
We got 2 more games.
Timon is here. Hi, Timon. What's going on?
Timon.
Timon says, "Holy cow! The whole crew is here. Where's Tommy?"
Your Tommy.
I think that's how.
Yeah, Lock is great.
Yeah, we love them. We played one that was called like Squeak and Sausage.
Yeah, we played,
which is really
I want to say
creepy,
4 of the unlocks. We played almost every single exit. Yeah. Except for, like, the puzzle ones and a couple other kind of offshoots of them.
Yes.
But pretty much, like, all the main ones. I think we only have, like, 3 or 4 we haven't played before.
Yeah. We have one buddy in particular who, when we're going to play an exit, he always comes over.
Yeah, we always ask him.
He's kind of like our exit guy. He gets so into them. And exit is very clever about how they use everything. They use the box. Like... And now we know when we get the exits out, we start looking at the box for any like weird things that stand out. And 9 times out of 10,
anytime we hit a wall, we're like, check the box.
Remember the one time where there was the spider taped? Oh wait, I can't say anything.
You shouldn't say.
Shoot. Sorry, guys. It wasn't. There was no spider. Actually, there wasn't. I got the insect wrong, so technically, I didn't give anything away.
Oh, I thought it was not.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. I don't remember then.
Okay. Spoiler. And then one more thing about the exit games. There's a Lord of the Rings one coming out.
Yeah, I have that one on pre-order. I think it's like July or August or something like that.
A Lord of the Rings exit game. I think
it's a trilogy one too. I think there's like 3 of them in there. I think.
That makes so much sense.
Oh wait, no. Maybe that was a 2-parter. I was thinking of the Star Wars Unlock, which we still haven't played yet.
All right. Oh, looking forward to the board. There's going to be a board game version of Unlock?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Unlock Adventures.
Would the boys play that, or would they also get grounded?
Unlock Game Adventures. So I wonder, how does that work then? Is there like different? Is it like scenario based or something? Maybe.
Probably like Keys to the King, where you roll, move somewhere, and then you are given like clues or something.
Are you ready for the next one?
And you should order 3 more copies so you get them all at once, so they can keep the Rise of Ix expansions coming.
I have remembered every time I've thought about it that I have pre-ordered it already, Chrissy. So I think we'll be okay on this one.
All right, here's the next game. I don't know when this one is, right?
No. Imperium Classics.
What is this?
It's a 2-player only game. Wait, is it? Or was it 2 to 3? No, yeah.
I don't do well.
1 to 4. 1 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've heard a lot about this one very recently. Especially, I was at Jeremy's house playing some games.
The board game
a week or so ago, and a few people said, "Have you guys played that one? You guys like 2-player games? You should buy that one." And I said, "That's all I need."
What if he told you to jump off a bridge?
If you said it was fun for 2 players, I might have to consider it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's cool. So what is its deal? Is this like a deck
It's like
builder?
a card.
I'm seeing
it's like
cards
a card
on the
game.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got like a few characters or whatever, and then like there's also Imperium Legends, I want to say, or something other one. And I guess that one's like universally not supposedly as good as Classics.
Okay.
So this is the one I got. I doubt I would get Imperium Legends. Because they said it's fully compatible with Imperial Legends for players wanting to expand the pool of civilizations, but
is this the same artwork by?
It's like a Civ. It's like
Milo,
a Civ kind of a game, if I remember correctly. But it's like
Miko
with Miko. Oh, Miko art. It does.
It
look
totally
very
looks
much
Miko-ish.
like Miko, doesn't it?
It's gotta be.
It doesn't say Miko.
Oh, does anybody know? Is that Miko art?
It says illustrated by the Miko.
It is?
Yeah.
Huh? I love it. His artwork is so distinct.
Yeah, I like their stuff.
That's a shame, KK. I hope they get better soon.
What? Yeah. We had like 3 or 4 people all go down with COVID at work.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
They were hanging out together, unfortunately.
I mean, like any other germ,
I don't know who got
spread.
it. I don't know who got it first, but yeah, like 4 people like went down.
I didn't know that. So Chrissy says it's not only 2-player, but recommended.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, exactly. So it is 1 to 4, but I heard that. Yeah, exactly that. The 2-player is like where it looks.
I feel like in my gaming experience over the years, I find that
feel of excellence. You want to open this one?
Yeah, if they typically say 1 to 4 or like higher, I always feel like those games play better at like 3 and 4. So I always find it interesting when a game actually says it plays better at 2.
Yeah, I think this is one of those, because like Dice Throne and stuff says 1 to 4, so I think there are specific instances where they like try to fit in as a full multiplayer game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, like with Dice Throne and stuff like that.
Ray Jose says, got that Dice Tower seal of excellence.
There we go. Yep, do you see
hello to you, KRQM didn't ask. Board games.
Isn't that Jackson's friend? I think that's Jackson's friend.
Is that our son, Jackson?
I think.
Wait, who are you? KRQM didn't ask.
I think, maybe.
Also, hello. Also, we have no idea who you are. Board game themed unlocked games. I forgot they were doing those. That's so cool. Oh, they said yeah, so I think it is them. I want to play this one, Randy. Says KK. KK, frankly, I'm surprised that you haven't. I'm surprised that you haven't with all of the.
Oh, it's got a whole big solo rulebook, so that'll be interesting.
Jackson is doing wonderfully. He's upstairs. He's a little annoyed at me right now because I did not help him find his box of army guys that he wanted to play with. I said you need to make your looking skills, your searching skills, a little better. So go find them.
So the how to play. Oh wow. So it's a very big rule book, but only a couple pages of. So they got the components. Oh, I should switch, eh?
Oh yeah, overhead view. We set up the camera just for this moment.
So it's got the card breakdown. So it's got a couple. So okay, so first 2 pages are just components, and then like a little historical notes telling you the differences between Legends and Classics. And it's got 2 pages of setup, which I'm always kind of iffy.
That's cool. I love that art right there.
Commons setup. Wow.
Oh my gosh, the smells I'm getting from this box right now.
But I wonder if it'll be like one of those easy setups after you know what you're doing.
Oh my gosh.
So it's only 4 pages of rules, and then they have the keywords, which I always appreciate. Having kind of those terms, and then the different nations and Classics and Legends.
You guys, the smell of this, I gotta tell you, this is what I'm here for right now. If I was not a gamer for gaming, I'd be a gamer for smelling.
Oh wow.
What?
Did you mean to do that?
No, it slipped out of my hand.
I'm like, let's hit yourself in the face.
Thank you, KRQM. That's so sweet of you.
So Punch Factor.
We've been doing it for years, a lot less missed sessions, and we get to play longer because no one needs to travel.
Punch Factor is pretty
Silver
good.
lining, baby.
It's got a little bit of a snap.
Okay.
I do prefer them when they're a little bit cleaner. But that means
we'll have to write them a letter.
Virtually nothing.
You have 1 die in this game?
1.
No gamers have die laying around, so good thing they provided us with this.
It does have a big. It does have a big 1 pip.
Look at the
though.
pip there. What the heck?
Like a black hole.
You know what I found out? Does anybody else do this when you pop these out? Do you like punch it through like this while holding it, or
yeah, you should.
Do you go like or do you go like this? And do it against the table.
I'll do that too.
I was amazed at how much easier it is to do it against the table.
If you kind of like push up at the same time.
Yeah. Because then like when you get to these awkward spots, like my hand can hardly reach around that. I don't know why. We were playing Creature Comforts, which I could play that game 5 times a day.
So if it's a hard punch.
And I was punching it like that and it was fantastic.
Yeah. I think if it's a hard punch, you get a little bit more control over making sure that the cardboard doesn't rip and stuff when you're kind of holding it in your hand. But yeah, it's easy. It's easier just to kind of punch it through.
Loopy says you're pretty, Randy. That's so nice of you, KRQM. Thank you for watching our stuff. We appreciate it.
So,
don't want them to feel left out.
But a bunch of cards, that's obviously the whole thing. So this one looks interesting. I think this will be fun.
David M, I agree. Online can be fun, but nothing beats the in-person D&D. In the very beginning of the pandemic, we did a lot of online stuff, and we had a lot of guests on. It was really cool, actually, and it was fun to be able to hook up that way, because then you realize how easy it is to do, and that we could do that more often. You know, then like it doesn't have to be like everybody's sick to do that, which was really cool. But then when you start seeing people again, you're like, yeah, like we're just meant to do that. It's nice. Rab says, I usually like to punch out cardboard tokens into my palm.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Or but it feels good. That's so cool. I love it. Yep. It's just easier. That's really cool, KK. I feel like D&D crowds are very loyal to like their groups. It's almost like when you decide to play like a legacy game or like campaign game or something, and you get the same group of people. They tend to be, isn't it because like the stories work off each other?
Yeah, because you'll play like a campaign typically. You know, obviously they have like one-offs and one-off adventures and stuff, but yeah, typically because you're trying to level up and use different characters.
We had a D&D session that we played. Hi Barry Westman, how you doing?
Cram sounds good.
Oh. That's Bailey. That's Bailey. Now I know who Bailey is. Okay. Yes, Jackson says he talks about you all the time. You're like his buddy. We did a D&D session, and while it was fun, disclaimer, by the end I was like, I'm good.
And it was, I'm not awkward's not the right word, I guess, but like, you know, it was done over online, and we had never played before. And so that particular one, I didn't feel like we were getting enough direction of kind of like general things to do, or like how to use the spells and stuff necessarily. So we were just kind of like doing stuff, and so it was fun. But I felt it felt a little bit clunky because we didn't know 100% what we were doing, which obviously is our first. But I thought there'd be a little bit more like, oh, you know, you can do this, or hey, what do you want to try this, or something like that. So. Yeah, the GM was great as far as that goes, but like
he was good because he was like coaching us along, like what we should do. I just didn't like when it was my turn, I guess, not really knowing what to ask her. But then you kind of you pick up the cadence after a while. And you're like, oh, you want to like explore things and whatever. So there is that.
You ready for the last one, or you wanna read a couple guys?
Oh my gosh, KK says the guy who's our DM I've known since 3rd grade.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
You've actually played since then too.
That's awesome.
That's kind of incredible, actually. Yeah, I mean, I would say try a D&D session, just see. I mean, some people find it's just really, like, freeing and fun to
We know a number of people that have had in our group that has a lot of D&D experience, so it might be fun to get something like that together.
I don't know. I like dry gyros, honestly. Like, give me some, like, wheat and cheese and a dirty old wagon, and I'm good to go.
Did I miss another Rise of Ix unboxing?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's right. I should have put it in the box. I should have put it
Guys, just pretend like you had another one. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, grab me that game over there. And I'll put it in the box real quick.
Kabuki says, I just got Rise of Ix. I can't wait to try it. It's so good. So we went to a mini con over the weekend, and these 4 guys played. Randy taught them. One of them I think had played before because he commented at the end of the game that he didn't like he liked the base better.
Yeah, so there's 2 people. 2 of the people had played before. 2 of them have not played it at all.
Oh, okay. That was a long.
Yeah, one person really liked the expansion. One person did not. He thinks that he preferred the base, which I heartily disagree with.
I could play the base and be totally satisfied because the base game of Dune I think is so good. Randy, I think you found it to get a little samey after a while.
I felt so samey to me after.
The expansion adds some stuff and refreshes it a bit. It really does. But I love the base. I just do. Yeah. Rules don't matter, Ellen. Just have fun.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Are you ready for
Winning
the last
matters.
One?
Yes.
We've somewhat talked about this one, but I don't know if you know if I.
How excited am I going to be about this one?
Well, okay. So the theme, you'd be like, what?
Really? So like.
But the mechanics, you'd be like,
and like castles. Oh, okay. All right.
Talked about this recently. There's a new edition that just came out.
Expansion?
Edition.
Oh. I don't know. I have no idea. Dang it. I want to know.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I just got a little pitter-patter in my heart.
Now, Nathan, who usually joins all of our streams,
Nathan
would be
freaking out.
Over. Yeah, he'd be like, "What?"
Okay, wait. Because I'm getting more excited.
We were just talking about Lord of the Rings LCG 2 or 3 streams ago.
I'm really excited.
Are you?
I am! Good. Guys, please help me find a Lord of the Rings game that I love.
So this is the new version. So they, there's so much content. There's hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of content in the LCG now. Tons of stuff. So this one comes up with new scenarios and stuff. So it's even works with the original cards and everything.
That's awesome.
The things that this one does
really excited.
That the original starter box didn't do was this one goes to 4 players right out of the box. Plus, it has campaign in it as well. So it's not just like a one-off like the originals, and then you had to buy campaigns to go along with it type thing. So I'm excited.
Definitely open that up.
I know a lot of people enjoy these.
Sweet Cheebs, Q's, and Tracks.
I've been kind of hit or miss on these kinds of games. Even Harry Potter, I know. I was kind of very okay on.
Why is it that when games have an IP, I instantly fall out of love? Look at this. I have Habit Doors on my arm. This is how much I love Lord of the Rings. I'm listening to the books for the 3rd time in a row.
I think that rap is kind of changing in general, but these kind of cooperative card games and stuff, I enjoy them.
Yeah, I know you do.
But I think this one's going to be pretty good.
I have yet to find a Lord of the Rings game that I love. There's that one Confrontation that we have. Is it Confrontation?
That's great art, though. Look at that art.
I know. Can I please look at this for a second?
Let's go ahead and take a look at that art.
So cool. Look how cool that is.
Adventure and Peril in Middle-earth for 1 to 4 players.
Adventure and Peril in Middle-earth. Oh, that smells amazing. Okay.
Oh, see? That is some great art.
It's just so good. Wait, who did this art?
So this is the Learn to Play. So
amazing.
Plenty to learn. You see that?
That's the rule book?
That's the Learn to Play. And this is the rules reference.
Why?
I think it's definitely less complicated than what you're seeing there. But hey, Journey to Middle-earth, we have that one. You hated it.
Wait, let me look at it again.
You hated it.
No, I'm going to try it again. I want to try it again. Please don't give up on me. Jason says, I've eaten a lot of Dunkin' Donuts, so my D&D cred is legit. I just bought donuts tonight. We eat cheese cubes and Tracks.
Do I not have a donut?
No, it's upstairs in the donut box. Oh, okay. Have you ever tried ramen? Wait, as in food? Because if you're talking about the cheap 60-cent packets of ramen noodles, we live on that crap. Oh my gosh.
Good ramen from a ramen restaurant. That's even better.
Yeah. My brother and sister-in-law play every now and again, but they're in Guam, so not really accessible.
Golly, man.
They're not really accessible because they're in Guam. That's hilarious.
It's possible. There we go.
I too have expertise in Dunkin', says Jason. Or Jason.
All right, ready to punch?
Says Rob.
Ooh, that's a clean punch. I like that. You want to try?
Yeah. Ooh, very punchable.
Clean punch.
Look at these little foot tracks. Are these Hobbit tracks?
It could be just barely better.
I bet they are.
Probably.
Hobbits.
I don't know.
Oh, I love it.
Maybe they're for tracking.
Yeah. Oh, they are. These have to be. This little thing, it's like the dial where you probably keep track of your life.
Well, there's your health force. And whatever. And
your life force, I call it.
Life force.
Who here in the chat is excited about the Amazon Lord of the Rings show? There is so much controversy surrounding it, which is I get it for the diehards. I am a diehard.
Disappointment,
but it's a little bit I have so many feelings about it. There's this guy that I follow on YouTube.
Don't need that.
His channel is Nerd of the Rings, and he expresses very articulately how I feel about the whole thing. There's some things that are worrisome about it as far as being true to Tolkien that I'm come on, man. You have this whole world that was handed to you, make it amazing. But then there's a lot of things where I think they're going to nail as well.
Well, they only have the rights to... They couldn't get the rights to the Silmarillion, right? Isn't that part of it?
I heard then later a corrected statement that they had the same things that the movie had rights to, because the people who had the movie didn't have rights to everything even. That was the last kind of thing there. Hey, Beyond Dead, how you doing? KK says that they love this game.
Ready for some artwork? Artwork close-ups?
Yeah, look at that.
Very good. Aragorn, Theodred, Glowin, Gimli, Legolas.
This is so cool. Balin, wait, Legolas has brown hair in there?
Balin, huh?
Does Legolas have brown hair?
Yeah.
I need my blonde
Balin,
Legolas.
Eowyn, Eleanor, Duhair.
Yes, Confrontation. I think that's the one that we have. Oh, ooh, look at that. Glorfindel, so good. Oh, you guys, look how beautiful this is.
Guard of the Citadel, #1. Faramir.
Underrated character.
Like scouts and archers and...
Underrated.
Orcs.
Reed is saying, please do a live play of this. Interested to know how it plays.
All right.
Absolutely, you got it. There's so many LOTR games.
I'm sure we will be playing.
Makes my head spin.
Bjorn. Yeah.
I know there's so many Lord of the Rings games. And
look, it's got a pretty big box that it comes with too. So it's got like obviously built-in space for all the expansions. Yeah. Look at this. We need to go buy some more Lord of the Rings, it looks like.
Kabuki says it's a solid game, one of Knizia. Wait, I can never say that right. Knizia's best, I think. Wait, are they talking about Lord of the Rings? I don't know.
Well, this one's not by Knizia, right?
Okay, so I think I'm missing some comments. Sonia, this is like Arkham, but with different IP, or is it with different? And then Tom just did a classic review of that KK, so I don't know what game they're talking about. Oh, I think they're talking about Confrontation. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, Lord of the Rings Confrontation was fun. You hate that one.
No, do I
That's
really?
the one that's kind of like Stratego a little bit.
It's like hidden information, or like you're moving around the map.
Like moving and stuff, because I like always get it right. And
that does tick me off.
How did you even?
I do hate that so much. I'm like, I'm doing the same things as you. I have information as well. How are you able to find me every single time you're guessing it's a shot in the dark? Those games set me up for being mad.
I know you so well. I'm like, of course Ellen would put Frodo right there.
Of course you would go there. Absolutely.
Of course Ellen would put Frodo there.
Oh my gosh.
Duh.
Wow.
Oh, it's got little dammy dams. Dammy damages.
It's got a little dammy dams. What happened?
A little damage. It's okay. I don't mind.
Okay.
In the least.
I totally lost track
like if it was like completely spit open, I would say something, but like that, not a chance.
It smells like pipeweed.
Pipeweed.
John Howe art maybe for
John
this
Howe,
game.
This definitely looks like that. Some of the other ones looked definitely more basic.
Yeah, Hobbit Feet, I think that was.
So I would not be surprised.
John Howe is like Mr. Lord of the Rings. He totally is. And who's the other guy?
Like,
there's two main artists.
This stuff. Whoops.
John Howe and the other main artists
I wouldn't be surprised if like this artwork was that.
Could they have like get rights to that, or did he?
Yeah, I'm sure you could just buy his artwork or just buy the rights to it or whatever. Yeah.
Those cards look like Magic the Gathering. My mouse usage is all over the place. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It keeps like just going up. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find where I left off.
I don't know.
Okay, I read all of that. Those cards look like Magic the Gathering. That's where I left off, says Rob. A little bit.
Yeah, it's got a lot of like, because you know it's all like card combat, and then like enemies will come up and you have to like fight the enemies and all those things. So there's plenty of like stats on each one, like your defense, your attack, and I would imagine like health or something like that. I'm not sure what all of them mean, of course.
So it is a deck builder then. Is that what's going on here?
I think really there is some like from campaign to campaign you'll get like upgrade items and things like that. I wouldn't call it a deck builder.
Yeah, no. KK says FFG with a decent insert.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard to mess up a card tray. Of course.
Well,
but
count on them to do it.
Yes.
Fish and Chips. Fish and Chips, look at that. Says, oh, hey, this is a great game. I sold my collection years ago because I have too many games, but this is a great two-player game. I'm hoping I like it, and I hope it's not too take-thatty because
It's cooperative.
Oh, it's cooperative.
Yeah.
That might save us. I don't like cooperative at all, but in a two-player situation, I think it needs to be.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of ways to not be mad at Randy.
A few of these other, like, We tried Harry Potter at like 4 or something like that, 4 or even 5, I think, at one point, because we were trying to play with all the kids.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that they play very well, obviously, at the higher counts. A lot of people prefer these solo, even, and then maybe 2 players. So I think that was kind
really
of part of it.
Yeah, okay.
Some extra downtime. No. That and the kids weren't getting into it. Otherwise, I don't mind downtime as far as that goes. But.
KK and Loopy are interested in the show. I think it's going to be really cool. One thing that really bothers me, can I just say this really quick? They have showed pictures of Elrond. Yeah, Elrond. Who's just such a cool character. And he has like this weird business haircut. And like, I feel like I could either be seeing him like
I would feel that some of that might not necessarily be
district or
either,
There's a lot of people who are like, because they like their long hair is like something they that's like elven inherently, and they give him like this weird like, hey, I'm Mr. Jazz. The businessman.
He was a much younger man back then.
Well, Randy, his hair's too short. Excited to check it out. Hope it's good. For all like the Lord of the Rings channel, I watch the chat a lot about that show, and there's so many people who are like ripping on it, and it hasn't even started. So the budget is astronomical.
I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is, no matter what it ends up being.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. I would obviously, for things, I hope it has this, I hope it has that, but I am not going to hope in the way that I will be disappointed if something doesn't happen, I'm just going to
And I know that there's going to be stuff that I'm like, about, and I'm just going into that knowing that. Plus, once you come to the realizations, like, you'll always have Peter Jackson's version, and you'll always have Tolkien's story. Like, I'm just excited to see more art. There's also I think it's called War of the Rohirrim coming out by, like, an anime artist.
Like an animator.
He's like really big name. I totally don't know it, but it's like animated and it looks really, really cool.
Reed says, I'm afraid Amazon's going to destroy Lord of the Rings the same way they did The Stand. I don't know The Stand, but they came out with, Amazon recently did Wheel of Time, and I know they changed a bunch of things on it to try to speed up the story at the beginning and things. And one of the things they changed, I was like, why on earth would you change that? I hate when they just do like weird changes. Like I understand like condensing stories and shifting some things to make certain characters a little bit more like prevalent or something like that. I don't mind that mostly.
Yeah.
Almost never. But some of the things I'm like, well, like one of them, like the the guy that like kills his wife or whatever at the beginning. On accident.
Are we talking about Lord of the Rings?
No, on Wheel of Time.
Oh. Yes.
Wheel of Time when that's not in there at all. He doesn't accidentally kill his wife at all. I'm like that's a pretty they're trying to show him that he was like enraged and he can't handle himself or whatever, which is fine. But why would you do it in such a different way than how the books are? That I did not get at all. I'm like you could take 10 minutes to show how much he is enraged. You don't have to have him like basically then it's like that's the story throughout the thing.
That's
like
his story.
Guilt for killing his wife and things like that. It's like that is not him at all. It's that kind of stuff I find
dumb. We should write them a letter.
Weird.
We should pen them a letter. Fish and Chip says, I thought this was the 2-player game. Oh, the Lord of the Rings one?
Yeah, it's 1 to 4. But I think it's one of those things. It's like 1 or 2 is really you should be playing it. Yeah.
What does this stand for? Because Journeys in Middle Earth. I knew I could get it. I'm like, it's gonna come to me.
I like that one actually. It's not even my kind of game really.
Do we have that?
And I wish that there was like kind of some puzzles in there like they did with Mansions of Madness, but it's pretty good.
What's that roll and write one? Journeys to Mordor.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty decent.
I love that roll and write.
For a quick, easy roll and write, that was pretty good.
It's so cute. Guard of the Citadel doesn't even have a name. He's not going to survive. Guard of the Citadel #1. That guy's
engineer number 3 on Star Trek or something.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Somebody said something earlier I really wanted to comment on. Now I lost it.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings cooperative game.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's from what I understand. Exactly that is that it's kind of the one that really pushed off the genre. Like I don't think it was like the first cooperative. I don't think. But it was like one that really kicked it off. And that one was like really hard to find for a while. And I think they reprinted it. And I think you can get it pretty
I had no idea.
You can get it pretty easily now.
I had no idea.
But I never even looked at that one twice because you hate cooperative games. And I pretty much hate them as well. But.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do on my turn. Thanks. I just got the updated one last year, says KK. I think they're talking about
maybe the new Lord of the Rings cooperative, maybe, yeah.
Oh, from years ago, okay. The Lord of the Rings game from years ago.
Lord of the Rings, the card game, is also fun.
You should look into the LOTR co-op. Are you still in the first box of games? I think that was our last game.
That was the second box. Yep, sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
The first two, Mysterium and Tapestry, were from box 1. Unlock, Imperium, and Lord of the Rings were from box 2.
Yep.
And then probably in a couple of weeks, we'll do the unboxing that I got from Jeremy.
From Jeremy, so we'll keep that a surprise, Drew. And actually, by the time that rolls around, there's no way I'm going to remember what's in it. So it'll all be a surprise to me. It will all be a surprise. Look at all this Lord of the Rings chat. I just love it. It's so exciting. I'm such a nerd, and I'm listening to the Phil Dragish. What do you call it? He's not announcing, narrated version of Lord of the Rings. For the third time, he just does such a good job.
To it all the time.
I will say, I know I always have it on repeat, and just when I want like a cozy moment or I'm making coffee or whatever, I just have it playing because it's just I don't know, because I'm a dork. Yeah. I saw people in the chat earlier talking about She-Hulk. Do you know anything about that? I saw Joey Guzman post
I know it's a thing. That's all I know.
A lady with a green face, and I have no idea what's going on.
I mean, I hope it's better than the other Hulks that are absolutely terrible.
Oh my.
I tried rewatching the new remake Hulk. They kind of started off like the MCU. It was like the second, in the MCU, I think.
Yeah.
I got an hour. Good. I got an hour in. And
no.
And even my kid that had never seen it, Lucas, we were trying to watch them in order,
Yeah.
And we were both just kind of find ourselves just kind of looking around.
Oh my gosh. It's
we don't have to, I said, if you don't want to watch this, we don't have to. He's like, yeah, let's turn this one off.
Lucas has got
pretty bad.
I think he has really good taste.
I know there's plenty of people that probably like it, but man, I just thought they were.
I know I'm late, but Ellen's sleeve is coming along well.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No, thank you to what?
A full sleeve.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Randy doesn't want me to get a whole sleeve. Elrond Hubbard. What?
Vision says, this isn't so bad co-op. Co-op aren't my favorite either, but the artists are nice, and it really feels like playing a Lord of the Rings story.
That's what I want.
That's kind of what we were hoping for. And then if we make sure that we just play it ourselves, and then maybe bring the kids in if we know it really well, just to ease it along. But even then, I don't think they are going to want to.
I have to know what Elrond Hubbard means. I feel like I'm missing something. Because then Loopy's like, Kiki, you beat me to it. I think I like the Arkham Horror game, card game more, but LOTR is solid.
Is there a big difference between the two? I have not played either at this point, but...
Yeah, no, me neither. I would love to see you two play Decorum live.
I'll pay a cover charge. We don't have Decorum.
No, we don't. I don't know anything about that. Yeah. Why is it I know the name, but I know nothing about it. No. As long as it's better than the Shannara series, I'll be happy. Was so disappointed in that one.
I haven't seen Shannara either, but yeah. Assuming anime at this point.
Oh, anime. Best anime I saw recently was Your Name. So good. I don't watch a lot of anime, at all. I actually watch zero of it.
We have a friend that watches it a lot, and he mentions some good ones that we might like, but we just haven't picked any up.
Yeah. Oh, Jason, they would kill each other playing Decorum live. Chrissy. I was gonna say that's why I started going, wait, what is that? Because I feel like I've heard if it's what I'm thinking of, he might not be alive at the end of the stream.
I think Decorum's the one that Chrissy got recently, isn't it?
Not that I could have sworn I saw Journeys of Middle Earth rulebook there. Journeys of Middle Earth?
Oh, I think it was a
yeah.
It was an advertisement.
Yep.
We do have that though. And I've played it 2 or 3 times now. Yeah. It's an advertisement.
Advertisement. You'd have to admit, it'd be entertaining. Yeah. We have to sometimes carefully choose the games that we play live because I need to be able to handle it. The first cooperative game I ever saw was the original Arkham Horror from 1988.
Oh, okay.
Loopy loves Tapestry. It's like vicariously opening presents, watching you open stuff. That's so cool. I wish we had more to open. How about we stick to paying off the mortgage and feeding the kids?
Well,
But Jeremy's he always sells games
super cheap, yeah.
Real cheap,
but, I'm gonna cycle our games, I think, way more than I do. Because we have so many games that are we'll probably never touch again.
I know.
And it's like nice to have them in the collection just in case. But you know what? That case never happens.
No, it doesn't. The just in case never happens.
It never happens for us, at least.
No.
So I think I'm gonna keep the game library lower. I mean, we have like we probably have like almost 450 probably at this point. And because when I go to sell them, I usually put a whole stack of games out there to sell, and like of the 15, like 3 or 4 get bought up right away, and then I'm like, I tried.
Yeah, we tried. No, we gotta
so
fight that.
I think some math trades and stuff. We have a con coming up that has got a math trade and a consignment and stuff. So I think I'll try to do some wheeling and dealing at those.
Some wheeling and dealing.
But I think I'm going to try to keep our collection a little bit more streamlined, maybe a couple hundred.
I think that's absolutely
maybe 200,
a good
250,
thing. Yeah.
something. Maybe
I think when you do that,
there.
plus when you start, you have such an established game group like we do. You all know what each other likes, and like Barry, if you're in the chat, like every game he brings, I love. I'm like, I love that game, and so he has it, so I feel like I can just like break into his house and steal it.
I try not to buy too many over like games that other people in the group have.
Yep,
for sure. But
absolutely,
some of them obviously.
Chrissy's kept me from buying
the really
Parks.
popular ones. I tend to get
because
anyway because we want to play them. But
it sounds like just like my wife. Don't tell me what to do on my turn. I swear, I'm just making sure she knows everything she can do. I wouldn't think of telling her what to. And 100%, that's what Randy's doing too. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, decorum.
Chrissy. I'll have to lend my copy. So Chrissy played Decorum with her 13-year-old daughter and got so mad at each other to walk away. Okay. Have you gotten Planet Unknown?
We don't own it, but we have played it.
Again, Barry. Barry for the win, our friend.
Yeah, that one's good. I like that one.
I played it twice and I love it. I loved it even more the second time. Yeah. There's a lot that changed. The special boards. Yeah, the special boards.
Factions or companies or whatever.
Everybody's gameplay looks very different because the missions he's trying to accomplish or like his objectives are different than mine, but you can also still do similar things because of the tracks you go up. And then they have these little objectives that if it's sitting between Randy and I, whoever beats that objective wins, and whoever wins out of this objective, very clever little game.
Yeah, I like that. Honestly, I was going to pick it up and because they had the key of the Kickstarter version. And I'm like, okay, well, they'll make some cutbacks, obviously, in the Kickstarter. Well, the Kickstarter doesn't have the Lazy Susan thing. It just literally has a board.
Give me the Lazy Susan.
It doesn't have
Don't
any
be lazy.
Double-sided mats. With all those different cubes, I'm like, it's just... You can make do, but man, those two things... Do
not get that game unless you have a Lazy Susan on it.
Not one that I have to buy upgrade stuff
Too many tracks.
But this one, I'm like, functionally, I'm not even sure I'd want to play this.
Yep.
Any other without the double layers and stuff, but yeah.
Okay, now they're filling me in on what the Hubbard thing is. Okay, hold on. All right, Rob is out. Must take it down now, my kind peeps.
Oh, Rob, thank you for
Need
joining
my beauty
us.
rest. Ellen Decorum is the house decorating puzzle game I've been playing with.
See, that's what I thought it was.
Okay. I was absolutely thinking of something different.
Bailey Don't Care is back.
Bailey Don't Care. Bailey Don't Care.
Multiple accounts.
But if Chrissy tells me I'm going to get mad at a game, there's a good chance she's 1,000% right.
Wait, I'm supposed to be the kids before I buy games?
Priorities.
There's a little bit of nutrition.
KK says priorities.
There's a little bit of nutrition in cardboard, right? So.
Just a little bit. You don't need to feed all the kids. All right, see you guys next time for the unboxing of Rise of Ix. Good night.
That's right.
Good night, Reed. Game groups are great because I can buy fewer games. Yep. Exactly.
Absolutely.
We always, before we get a game, we think of all of our friends who come over and bring all their stuff and we're like, did we see them? Did they own this one? Have we played it before? Because I'm just going to reach out to them and be like, we really want to borrow that. Barry is still in the chat, I think, and says, I'll bring them along with no breaking in, but you're welcome to come here and play anytime. Invite me over, man. This is why I keep my games in a storage unit so my hungry kids don't get angry. Oh my gosh.
It's like, feed me or I'll take your games.
I'll burn your games.
Dumping their games out and mixing them all together.
All right, kids, you can eat me if you beat me at Castles of Burgundy. That is hilarious. That's right. Are we buying the newest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Here's the thing. We have the old Castles of Burgundy. We have 2 of the newest edition ones. Whatever it's called. Something edition? What kind of... Something anniversary edition.
Yeah, I don't remember how many years. It's the Ravensburger anniversary edition.
So we have enough of the game, all right? We're good. But I love it so much. The game is meaningful to me. It's the game that got me into the hobby. So like every time they upgrade it or make something cool for it, I'm going to get it.
It'll be a birthday present or something.
It's just because, yeah. Bailey Don't Care says, what's Jackson's favorite game? You know what?
What's Kirby's favorite game is what it says.
What's Kirby's favorite game? Every time he plays the game, he goes...
Mine's probably Feast for Odin.
I thought she meant Jackson. I thought she said... Mine is Castles of Burgundy. Jackson currently is, he said, Key to the Kingdom.
Yeah, Jackson really likes that one, yeah.
Punchamon says, do you have issues with getting new games to play? I have issues getting them outside of the U.S.
No, I mean, we have so many... Like, the U.S. has, like, most games, I would say, for sure. And then even games that you can only get in, like, Germany and Europe and stuff, most of the time, you can get them through, like, the different Amazon sites. Like, I was able to buy some games from Japan, right, from Amazon .ja, I forgot what the Japanese one is. And then, like, co.uk, Amazon, and, like, even DE, which is for Germany and stuff. I've been able to buy a few games like that are either going to take a while to get to the U.S., or they're language independent, some things like that. I don't do that a lot because, there's so many games. Unless it's like a specific game that I've been really wanting to get that might not come to the U.S.
That's true.
Or won't be here for quite a while. I'll do that because, like, the Hive or the Mind.
The Mind.
That one was like impossible to find. Yeah. So I bought that one early and stuff from Germany and things like that.
Yeah. Wasn't the one let's take a bus ride or let's take the bus or
yeah. Bus Route?
Bus Route, was that it?
I think that might be the one.
That one was like super. I forget where it came from, but like everyone was trying to get their hands on it. Insta back for me. I think you're talking about Castles of Burgundy.
Yeah.
And then Barry says, have you guys played Merchant's Cove, trying the solo version out tonight for the first time?
I'm not playing Merchant's Cove, no.
Oh, I was thinking of Merchants of the Dark Road.
Oh, that one's good, though.
Merchant's Cove, have not. Have fun with that, though, and let us know how it goes. We should do a Wii game together, COB tourney.
That'd be fun.
On BGA. I would love that.
I'd be involved in that.
I love that. Yeah, which Jackson's favorite game.
We have 450-ish, maybe something around there.
We have too many new games today.
All right, Bailey, we'll see ya.
Bye,
Let's
Bailey.
make a bus route. That's right.
Let's make up. I knew something about let's.
Yeah, we had it all between the two of us.
Good night, Bailey. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up here.
As much as I want to just keep talking forever.
We are talkers.
We've been on for an hour, 15 minutes again, and we have like a third of the games that we did last time.
But look, everybody's like still hanging out in the chat. It's amazing. A lot of issues I have are getting things that can get shipped at a cost slower than the game itself.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yep.
Canada has a lot of problems with that too.
Yeah.
They're shipping a lot of times and they're customs and stuff to get over. So.
Yes. So I think every time we get a box in, we're gonna just like save it for a live unboxing.
I think we'll do live unboxings.
I don't know how few or far between they'll be. It depends on how broke we want to be.
Honestly, I'd say it's every few months or so is usually when they would come up. It's been a little bit crazy the last couple times. Like the one time I had a lot of backup. This one, I'm like, I saw that they had the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. And then that was like at the same time. Actually, Imperium is the one that started this last one. Because I'm like, I wonder how much it is. And I found it. And then as I was looking for this, through like new releases and stuff, I came across the new Lord of the Rings. I'm like, I've been thinking about getting into Lord of the Rings LCG at some point. Mm-hmm. This is like kind of a new starting off point. So, and then I just needed a few extra bucks to make free shipping. Yep. So I also came across Unlock Kids. So that's why those three kind of weren't short.
And then these two very sweetly were sent to us. So that's pretty awesome.
All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us, and I'm glad that you all joined us.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so much fun. We love chatting with you guys. It's a highlight.
I love a lively chat. I like when it's so lively that the chat is chatting with themselves.
I know. I love that. I love following these little like conversations within the conversation. Yeah, that's always cool. All right, guys. Have a beautiful night.
Yeah, we'll be doing this probably live every time.
And maybe even sometimes we'll like take more time opening it and going through.
Yeah.
Games just to show you what they. But Tapestry's kind of older, so I was like, I think a lot of people know what they look like.
Yeah, sure. At this point. So, all right, guys. Thank you all, and we will see you on
the next one. Bye-bye.